of history with the blood of the weak and the mighty. Great, great cultures vanished completely. War can create and destroy political boundaries as it goes on. Sister, it cannot be won. The war will go on. No, 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 no.
Oh, tune there, boy. Tune. We can't stop playing that tune, especially in this time, given what is taking place around the world. You can use it in a local context for our petty conflicts that men have with other men, senseless war, if you want to call it that, that really does not do anything positive for the collective human endeavor. But of course, in the international context which we are faced with in a time of globalization, right? Globalization meaning that what happens in other places affects us all so much, where food and products are shipped across the world, where energy comes from the next side of the world, from this side, from the east to the west, and things go from the west to the east, and we are interdependent. Where the raw materials come from Africa, the production come from China, the consumption takes place in the West. For example, so when there are huge disruptions, like the disruption that we are seeing now, it affects us all. It impacts us tremendously. And of course, for those of us who are paying attention to what is going on in our world, we would know that in this war on Iran, and it's not just a war on Iran, because there's an extension of the conflict to Lebanon, there's an extension or a continuation of the violation of the Palestinian people. Settlers, they call them settlers. So these people who came to Palestine to live in 1948, begging as refugees with signs on their ships, please, take us. The new settler doesn't say that. The new settler, I don't know if it's the generation from that, they are now kicking in your door, burning your cars, pushing you out of where you live, shooting you, making you live in fear in a place where you historically for generations have lived, because they now have superiority. There are guns. The IDF is more powerful with guns. And just advantage taking place in the occupied West Bank. You hear the terms they use, the occupied West Bank. And it is amazing to think that these creatures that are supposed to be human beings think that at the end of killing and taking advantage and abusing and bullying, and that they will succeed and live in peace. It's amazing that they think that. It's amazing that they feel they can kill their way. Just kill and destroy and bomb. And then they will be happy with what was once someone else's. It's amazing. It's amazing that an individual in Trinidad and Tobago could think that I want to be the boss. I am going to kill the old boss and then I am going to enjoy everything. Not understanding that what goes around comes around. And that even if you succeed, you have just sown the seed for somebody else to come and do what you did to someone. It will not last. There is a justice that exists that is set not by me and you, not by the UN. There's a justice that is set by God. But maybe because sometimes they get away with it, and they get away with slavery, the proponents of slavery have gotten away for the most part in their minds. We ain't got no reparations. We ain't really got no justice. You know, there were no trial of the slave masters. There's no retribution paid by their descendants who now profit. Maybe for the genocides of the people of the Americas. I call it the people of the Americas, but it's not even the Americas. They name it the Americas. For the indigenous people across the world who they plunder and kill and murder and take their lands and rape their women. Maybe they feel because they succeeded that they could continue to act this way. But again, with the power of the Almighty manifested through man, there are men who stand up. There are men who prefer to die on their feet than live on their knees. So the oppressor just bonks their head. Ever so often, the oppressor bonks the head. Is a term we use in Trinidad for all the international viewers and listeners, right? They bite off more than they could chew. That's our next term. I don't know if all understand it. Greedy. And you reach a people who you kill, the leader, the minister, this one, you kill this one, that one, and you think that they're going to capitulate because you are proficient, the most proficient in killing and bombing and bombing and bombing. Billions of dollars. You go into Congress now to ask for $200 billion for war. To bomb, to fly jets and drop tons and tons of explosives all over. To bomb and bomb, to try to shake fear into people that do not know fear. You bounce your head, you bite off more than you can chew. You meet men, I want to describe them. You meet men like Abu Bakr, for example. You meet women like Singing Sandra. Good woman, eh? Good friend as well. You meet men like Brother Resistance, good brothers. Who again, I could say in the fraternity. You meet men like Orlando, good morning, my brother. You meet men and women who willing to die with their dignity. You meet men who, because you killed my brother, you feel like going to cower to you. Because you show me that you could kill so good, you will kill me, I'm going to cower to you. It's a different, and we have that spirit in us because we have survived. Even our East Indians have survived some terrible, terrible things. And oh boy, the descendants of Africans who were enslaved, we have survived. Nobody wins a war except those who think they're winning through the accumulation of wealth through the selling of weapons and the plunder of oil and the spoils. We take the break, and then we'll be back to continue the conversation and the discussion. Love to Trinidad and Tobago this Monday morning. Blessings. We'll be right back.
104 FSO or visit www.ofso.org.tt. We can help, and our services are free.
TechFlex TT Limited, the #1 computer store in Trinidad and Tobago, has all your tech needs. We have the latest computers, powerful MacBooks, and affordable Chromebooks for school and work, providing new and refurbished options to suit everyone's budget. Also, we carry a variety of printer options and ink solutions for your home and office needs. Need repairs done? Our experienced technicians can solve your tech problems. Visit us now at any of our 2 locations, Wilson Road, Scarborough, next to Royal Castle, or Penco Street, Montrose, Chagonas. Call 235-4919 for more info. TechFlex TT Limited. Affordable tech. Exceptional service.
Get ready, this is big. Our first annual Epic Fundraiser Cruise. Sail in the sunset aboard the stunning Embassy yacht at King's Wharf, San Fernando. Easter Sunday, 5th April 2026. Boarding 2:30 p.m. sharp. Sunset vibes, sweet music, pure liming on the water. Tickets only $250. All funds for a great cause. Together we change lives. Quick route, no glass bottle, no big coolers. Casual dress, come as a comfy. Payments can be made by Monday, 30th of March 2026. Tickets still available. Call or WhatsApp 683-8569 or 716-4203 right now. Limited spots, don't sleep. Sail in the sunset, Easter Sunday, Embassy Yacht. Let's go.
Go to FIFA World Cup 2026 with Coca-Cola. Here's how. Buy any Coca-Cola 591 milliliter bottle with football labels. Uncap and submit your code via WhatsApp to 328-2878. It's that easy. Participate as often as you like for your chance to win FIFA World Cup tickets or exclusive merchandise and score with Coca-Cola. Promotion approved by NLCB. Follow us on social media for updates.
Blessings in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. You are invited to listen to the Final Hour broadcast heard every Monday
from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. in the morning on the Street 919 FM.
Hear my mom, Pastor Helen Garcia, and myself, Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr., preach the Word of God to the elderly, youth, and children. We can be contacted at 629-0113 or 623-8444. The church is located at 26 Prince Street in Port of Spain. We look forward to you joining us. God bless you.
As my life I lay it on the altar, as my life.
Tobago Flow is giving you a big choice to make this March. Choose to save $51 each month for 6 whole months with our Fiber Link Up and Binge plan. Or get a free Samsung smartphone with the Link Up Plus or Link Up More plan. Either way, you come out a winner because installation is completely free on everything. Move fast. This offer ends March 31st. Sign up in store today or visit discoverflow.co for more information. Flow, we keep your rhythm flowing.
The presence of oxygen is absolutely the absence of disease. Most chronic diseases that plague us are not happening to us, but is happening within us. We're literally eating ourselves to death, which means we're not living longer, we're dying longer. Join fitness expert Aloy Johnson, the founder of the healthiest corner on earth, located at number 92 East Drive, Chamfleur, every Wednesday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. live on the Street 919 FM, where he shows you that healing the body's temple is easier than anyone would have led you to believe.
Mondays looking real good. Munchie Mondays at KFC. Get one piece of that signature chicken plus a regular side for just $19.95. Small price, big satisfaction. Start the week right. It must be KFC. Order now via the KFC TT app only. Follow KFC Trinidad and Tobago WhatsApp channel for all the deals.
The Embassy Yacht is back
and ready to transform your events into unforgettable experiences. Launch from Kings Wharf, San Fernando, the perfect starting point for an epic experience of luxury, music, and celebration on the open water. By booking our vessel, your event will include a house DJ, state-of-the-art sound system, fully stocked bar, dedicated cleaning crew, top-notch security. This isn't just a venue, it's a floating masterpiece designed to make your event the talk of the town. Imagine your guests dancing under the stars, drinks in hand, with breathtaking views of the coastline as your backdrop. From birthdays to corporate events to exclusive parties, the Embassy Yacht offers promoters a unique platform to create unforgettable memories and boost your brand's reputation. Call or WhatsApp 399-5959 or email embassycruises@gmail.com.
The Gap Man Limited specializes in products that cater to all your health needs. The Male Enhancement Package targets the areas of the body that contribute to erectile dysfunction. The Male Enhancement costs $1,400. The Gap pills are priced at 250 pills for $500 and 500 pills for just $900. For the best in eye care, get the super combination of a Super Bright and the Body Healer. To improve the heart's function and circulation, get the Gap pills and Formula C. To get a total body cleanse daily, use the Gap Body Healer and Big C, all for a super low price of $1,300. To order your products from the Gap Man Limited, call 628-4531 for products that cater to all your health needs.
For more info, contact 476-7268.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
And we are back. Blessings again to Trinidad and Tobago. All praises due to the Almighty Creator. We thank Him for life. We are grateful. We're grateful for the month of fasting and for the fasting that everyone else in Trinidad and Tobago is doing. I really pray that it is of benefit to you. I pray that the fast and worship and stuff gives you some strength as a human being. Helps you to be able to leave things that don't concern you. To not covet food and wealth, and to be able to live humbly, to see and not to touch. I pray that gives you some discipline, because discipline is missing among our people. I pray that the blessing of God is also with us. We get some blessings because we need some blessings. And Terry, good morning, Terry Lyons, Calypso Queen, sister, brethren, sister. And we celebrated the end of this period, but what we really celebrated is the effort that we made. Trinbagonians, sometimes we like to party too much. What we celebrating? Let's do some things. Let us achieve. Let us patch up whatever little problem we have with our family member. Let us have a get together and a reasoning. And then let us celebrate that. Celebrate something. It's not just you just party and you party and you party and you party. And what have you achieved? What have you sacrificed? What have you done to celebrate? We understand, because of our elders and the teachings that our elders, Sandra, even Gypsy, even Sugar Aloes. When you listen to Sugar Aloes give us some knowledge, the signs at the end of times. And I don't just classify a time as the end of time and use that as an excuse. We bring the end of our times by our behavior. There are behaviors that if you take, you will end your time. You will bring destruction to yourself and sometimes to your generation. The actions of this empire are going to bring an end to it. You cannot continually take advantage of others and think that you will succeed because you think you succeed once or twice. Yes, okay, you take Venezuela stuff, you take somebody else stuff, you sanction and you do this one this and you do this one that. But at the end, at some point where you reap, it does eventually end up sowing. So I don't know if you all know there's this big standoff now because the president of the United States of, I don't know who he's really president of, I don't know, the people don't want it and he doing it. But he stated that Iran have an ultimatum and then he will blow up the power stations and stuff. I don't even know how that is an option, that in war you could blow up people's infrastructure like that. But anyway, that's what they say. I thought his military targets here is target. I thought you can't just go to war with somebody without proper reason. I thought at least you used to lie to the population like Iraq and say it have weapons of mass destruction, get your media to lie, get people to lie, and then use that excuse. And then when the people find out afterwards that it's not true, you face a penalty. I thought maybe that's how it works. But nobody faced a penalty for that. And now they don't even think they need a lie. They just do what they feel they want to do. It's mind-boggling. And still it have a couple bots. There's not human beings. It have a couple bots online trying to justify what is taking place. Shame on you. There is no justification. And there's no silence either, because the world should not be silent. For the leaders, there are leaders across the world who are threatened. All they're seeing, they're getting threatened, right? Literally, there are leaders across the world who have a gun to their head. Literally. We know the history of people who go against leaders, especially because they have a certain level of power. Thank God for the Spanish Prime Minister, right? Big up. Lula in Brazil talking the good talk these days. Respect. The President of Colombia, right? Big up. The Prime Minister of Canada, big up, respect. A few others, France say they may want no part of that. But it have others who, it's scary for them. Because the big and bad. So we see what is transpiring in the world. We as the people of the world who suffer, we understand. And we must speak out and continue to be united. We must choose love and unity over the separation that they try to push. We in Trinidad and Tobago know better than anyone else that a Muslim is a human being with love. We know that because we live it. Do not let people divide us. Do not hate someone just because of their religious persuasion, their color, their creed, their nationality. That is a trick. Africans are human beings. Sad that I had to say that, right? Africans are human beings. Muslims are human beings. Palestinians are human beings. Iranians are human beings. It ain't no freedom, it ain't no freedom. Nobody trying to bring freedom to nobody. We hear that. And we hear that before. For the young ones who tuned in, good morning to the younger population of Trinidad and Tobago. Just go in your little history and check. We hear this rubbish before. America don't care about democracy. America doesn't care about freedom. Israel doesn't care about democracy or freedom. As Orlando say, you get a choice to elect, but you don't select. They give you the options to select from. What kind of democracy is that? How only the rich end up in charge? How only the elite, no matter what, end up in charge? So they say no, that ain't democracy. You might get a little mamdani in between, but you ain't seen a president like Bernie Sanders. When a righteous, a decent man talking the right talk comes up, everybody trains their guns on them to quash them and stop them from rising. That's democracy. That ain't democracy. Across the Arab world, these two entities have crushed democracy. You had a democratically elected Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt. They bring a coup and get rid of him. Supported by, all I could guess, right? Across the Middle East, where all this energy, oil and gases, regime change, and the most American bases, well, America has bases all over the world. Unlike any other country, right? Doing what? What all they doing in the people place? Selling them arms and protecting them, supposedly. Protecting them from what? Causing trouble to protect them from the trouble that you cause. We are wiser than that, right? Let us understand what is taking place in the world. Let us understand the trick. And let us continue to pray, to protest, to boycott, to make a stand, to do whatever we can. That is our responsibility for our brothers and sisters in humanity that are suffering. Our brothers and sisters in humanity, their children, if you look at those little girl children who were killed by that Tomahawk missile, 160 something of them, look at the little children's faces. They look just like our little children. They look just like my little children. Regardless of the color, or their religion, or their nationality. Those are our children. And we do not want this. So, we just touch on the international news. I don't know how well the lines are, 91.9 FM. I know we are streaming live and we are up and running on social media. Right, our streams are running 100%. I don't know how well the radio line is. 342-008-14665-391 are our numbers. Feel free to call. We are on, if you're getting trouble with the radio waves, we are on, 1 second, let me give it the right named IWER TV The Street 91.9 on YouTube, The Street 91.9 FM on Facebook, also Fuad Abubakar on TikTok, also on Facebook as well, because this is the age that we are in. We're in a time when I'm seeing people from all over the world tuned in. Right, and love and blessings to you all. Thank you all very much for tuning in. No, sorry, no co-host at the moment. I know some all want to be co-host. Orlando waving a yellow flag. Easy on my brother Orlando. Right, in our political system in Trinidad and Tobago, we are sometimes between a rock and a hard place. And we have to strategically support who we support for the benefit short term of the people while we progress and try to make it better and more reflective of the people of Trinidad and Tobago and their desires and needs. So I understand, but don't knock my boy too hard. And I know that I might be in line for some licks as well from some people. But understand me, and I try to explain constantly that sometimes we have to take steps, gradual steps in a direction. And this step was necessary politically to come from where we were, because we was in a bad place. And yes, I know that people feeling hardship are going to go to the news and we could see some of the little difficulties that Trinidad and Tobago is facing. A lot of those difficulties are because of who we have become. We have been, and we are, some of us, highly dependent on the state. I'm saying that's not our creation alone. So when the state is put in a position where there is no money because the global economic situation is challenging, and in Trinidad and Tobago we have a problem with money. I don't know how much times I will say this, but you have to keep repeating it, because hungry belly, when you're under it, you need reassurance. You need to be continually explained to, because you just forget. Because your belly reminding you. I know your belly reminding you that you're hungry. And sometimes your resolve isn't that strong either. We've been taking licks as a people for time. So even myself, strategically, we have to decide. We had to decide, and we decided the way that we support. And we continue to support because we understand where our economy is. And we continue to understand that there are things that we would like to achieve. We really would love the 75 children that are stranded in Syria to be brought back home. Good morning, Saddam Hussein, Minister Saddam Hussein and others. Let's get it done, please. I really would love. We taking the calls, eh? Sorry, I missed that one. I really would love to see those 75 children that are stranded in Syria be brought back home. That's just for example. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Pleasant good day. Peace be upon you, my brother Ford.
Hey, peace be upon you as well. Peace be upon you, man. Welcome.
That's right. I've been listening to you lamenting about the state of our world. And you know, it's so true everything that you're saying. I mean, the injustice, the barbaric behavior by some leaders. I mean, you have to call them beast-like behavior. Not human, can't be human. My brother, you know, I know that the Almighty God is allowing these things to happen at this time. Because during and my thinking is limited. I can't really. I try my best to think it in mind of the Almighty. But the only thing I could see, He's trying to whip those of us who have a heart into shape. Because for the most part, we are afraid to either stop a situation with our hands. We are afraid to speak out against it. We are afraid to even think, about it negatively in our mind. I mean, that's what we've been reduced to, a bunch of cowards. I mean, everybody wants to go to heaven, but everybody's afraid to die. So the Almighty allowing these things to happen is sad. But out of it, the longest day ever end. And there's a saying in all the good books. And the end, good will prevail over evil. But guess what? That's not just going to happen just so. It's not no God from the sky going to fall out and correct things. It will take upright men and women in our societies to deal with situations like that. People who have no fear of that, they only fear God Almighty. That's very admirable. And I wanted to share something. Brother, are you with me?
Yeah, I'm listening to you. Go ahead.
Yes. I wanted to share something in terms of religion, right? In most religions are like this. We believe in a supreme God. Okay, good. And then we also believe that we must subject our will to the will of the supreme God. I think that will cover all religions. Do you agree with me, brother?
Yeah, man. Of course, I agree with you.
All right, good. So let me continue. So now, we have Arabic language. This Islam and Muslim is two Arabic words, right? And I'm not proficient in Arabic, but I understand Islam to mean peace, which is attained by submitting one's will to God. And I understand Muslim in English to mean one who submits or bow his will to God. So strictly, if we go by those definitions, I mean that covers all religions of the earth. Submitting to the will of God is the only way to attain peace. But we can't be a bunch of cowards out here. We have to really be practitioners of our faith. The good Christians, the good Jew, the good Hindu, the good every religion, and you could call it, is the same basis, bowing to the will of a supreme power and knowing that eventually we'll have to answer. But guess what? It's a fella who long time ago made a promise to the Almighty One. Hey, hear the promise. Boy, you rejecting me? Well, hear what's going on. I going down there in our earth. In the Christian Bible, talk about creating Michael and the angels and Lucifer and the angels. Lucifer and them laws. Michael said, the Almighty God, what to do with them fellas, right? He said, Lord, cast them down to earth. And he said, woe be unto mankind, because the devil and his angels living with you now. You feel like a joke, or Christians, arise, wake up, man. Oh my goodness, that's what's going on here. My God, boy. People, we have to make the change. I'm not advocating to go and do this and do that, but you have to live your faith. It's not something in a book where it's read now and then. You have to live it, you have to walk it, you have to breathe it. That's the only thing that bring about a change, And all them atrocities that are going on, the Almighty allowing that to happen until people who profess that faith wake up and exhibit that faith. Say no. And I believe the people, the good people who live in Israel, because I don't lump everybody in one category, I don't say, oh God, Israel is a bad place. Oh God, America, this. No, it's in America, it's America, that is them devil and them who running things. People have to rise up and say, no, we're not with that. We're not with that. We don't accept you killing how much young children, murdering people in blowing up hospital. What kind of mad thing is that? They want the land. Oh boy, nah. Boy, my God. We have to jump out to the Bible and start to walk like Jesus. We have to jump out the Quran and start to walk like Muhammad. Peace be upon all the prophets.
Yeah, thank you very much, brother.
Let me stop there.
Yeah,
Have a blessed day.
You too. Thank you very much. Yeah, man. If we live our faith, if we live the way that the Creator wants us to live, we would never stand and allow certain things to take place. We have to be stronger. We need to change what is in ourselves. We have become so selfish that we look on at our neighbor's house on fire, and we look on at the neighbor house on fire and we say, well, that is not our house. And we're so selfish and stupid, we don't even realize that our house is going to be burnt next. That is how individualistic and selfish we have become in these Western societies. That's how individualistic it is an ignorance. So we are not united on anything. We are divided easily by people who laugh at us. I don't know how true it is, eh? A man who used to stand next to a prime minister who we think is great, a man tell me how, well, he was an old man, he's passed away now. He say, boy, I used to stand next to him and he used to say to the people, this, that's whatever, and he would rile them up, right? A prime minister of Trinidad and Tobago, and then under his bed he would move his face away from the mic and say, see how stupid these people is. I ain't want to call no names, and this one is alleged because he worked with them. Yes, he was right there with that prime minister back in the day, but I don't know 100%. I saw a picture of that prime minister of Trinidad and Tobago sitting down with Winston Churchill. The things that our leaders sometimes have to do. One wicked man, Winston Churchill. One wicked fella. Go and read what he did to India. To the people of India. One wicked fella. Go and read the kind of things he say about the people of Palestine. Because this supremacy that the devil pushes in some human beings, when they believe they're supreme, they look at other people who may be a little different from them, who might have a different nationality, like that mean anything, who have a different color skin, like that mean anything, who might have a different religion, like that mean anything, and they say, you are not really human. Who from a different class. There's a big one now in societies, right? We as Brahmins, we as the kings of the earth, we are the chosen people. We are the elite. We are the 1%. We matter. Who are you? You living in Bangladesh, hungry, driving a Tida or wherever, you matter, your life matter. But kick down he don't shoot him, he don't matter. Bomb the whole habitum. And that's what stupid Trinbagonians say sometimes. Because there's a devaluation of life based on demographic. When an African dies, yeah, well, people always dying in Africa. So stupid we have become because we have allowed the devil in our minds and in our hearts. Good morning, Chris. Morning.
Good morning, brother. Good morning to you, listeners.
Morning, man. Love, blessings.
I'm really convinced that I don't know what's wrong with us. I really don't know what's wrong with us, because when I listen to Dr. Rowley's thing that he did with the media recently, and I see what people are most concerned about, the name calling, and like the rest of the information, just I don't know.
He's skillful, eh? He's skillful, eh?
Because no, but more than just that, Fuad.
No, but Chris, I'm telling you, he's skillful, eh? On purpose. On purpose. He will say these things for the whole narrative to change to the thing he's saying.
Yeah, but I'm thinking more broader than that, Fuad, because I long time I know the man skillful. But when I study that, you say that Devon Mirage came and sat with the police and gave an affidavit. I'm thinking, based on that, that's supposed to be one of the #1 concerns that we have in the country. If somebody come to the police and give all the information about what them say that they have first-hand knowledge of human trafficking and these kind of things, and we in here, not a word from the police service, not a word from the party where the person belongs to in terms of the allegation made. We just concerned about the name calling.
Even the media ain't really pick up on that so much. The headline was the Jamet talk.
This is what I'm saying. I am convinced that these politicians have us exactly right where they want us, because if that is what is taking our time, the name calling part, when all of them guilty of calling each other names, I'm not siding with it, but I'm just saying that politicians really have us right where they want us. If that is what consumes our headspace out of all that was said in that interview, I really don't know. I really don't know, but they will continue to win us, you know. They will continue to win us, because it appears that some people just, I don't know. I really don't know, boy. I just lost with this morning. But
Chris, let me tell you something. They know we, you know. They understand the masses of the population. They own the media outlets, and their owners, the big business, own the media outlets, who own some of the politicians, and they know how to carry we down a road. They know how to dress it up. They know how to get we mind and we mouth talking a set of trash, instead of focusing on, well, who is the 1%? Who is the people who finance Balize House with drug money? And who is, if you come in to say, or how always saying somebody finance Balize House with drug money, well, here what going on? Devant Marad say, it are one or all you somewhere there who is a human trafficker. Where who it is, we want to know. Not so?
I don't think that's supposed to shake something inside the TTVS in terms of they wanting to find out if the allegations on both sides are true or if it have any merit to it. But look at what we find ourselves occupied with.
Talking about Jamet and if Jamet and about 5 or 6 different organizations chastising the statement about Jamet, like if it is important. That is just old talk.
You know how to captivate the
attention.
The attention and the energies of people with these ridiculousness. Because the fact is, when I studied Fuad, let me tell you how deep I went to this thing. You, the ex-prime minister, is saying that somebody went to the police service and give them that kind of information, right? And we had matters in this country where you were the prime minister, Dr. Rowley, and you called for foreign investigation into DSS instead of that matter, where it appears that the police haven't been doing nothing and just sitting down on that information. That is what we call foreign investigators for DSS instead of that.
So he wasn't prime minister when Devant Maraj gave the information?
Yes, he was prime minister. That is what I'm saying.
So what are you talking about? So why you in...
Now I'm saying, if you was not satisfied with the actions of the police, just like how you was not satisfied with the actions of the police when you called for foreign investigators into DSS, I'm thinking that that matter is more serious than the DSS matter and should have urged you to call for foreign investigators as well. But now that you're out of power, you come in to make a complaint to the media. The media can't arrest nobody.
So why you call the person name?
That is why I want to know.
But if you talk about it now, why you call the person name? And then he's saying the Prime Minister right now ain't calling the person name who and giving us the information. Come like you're doing the same thing?
They are just playing with us. All they're making allegations, but call the people and them so the people and them could defend themselves or sue all you. But no, they ain't doing that.
Or we could lock the backside up if it's that kind of things they're doing.
No, well, they're so skillful. There's nothing that he said there that could get him arrested, you know.
Not like you know, I'm talking about the person who traffic in human beings and the people who is narco traffickers of...
How can they be arrested when they're not naming them? They're not naming them. They're just pelting out a red herring for the population to be consumed with and occupied with. But if they're really interested, name the people and them. Name the people and them. All you're always telling the population all your information more than the population have or whatever. Well, in that case, name the people and them because all you have the information and carry what all you have to the police. Or ask the police why it's taking them so long to deal and treat with the matters. But no, just pelt out something and let the population guesstimate who it is, right? Guess who is the minister? Guess who is the people who help Balize finance the Balize house with the drug money?
With drug money, yeah.
I don't know. I really don't know. But who are they going good? They're going really good. They're going good.
When my mother say you're going good, you know what's going to happen to you? You're going to get licks. Have a good day, Chris. Oh, good. Good morning. Welcome.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Ford.
Hey, welcome, man. It's been a couple days. I miss you.
Yeah, I had to attend to some urgent business.
Blessings, man. Blessings. Welcome. Yeah. Welcome back.
Yes, man. The question about politicians, and I think you have a lot of skills too, eh? And in a positive way. But the question, people always believe or left to believe that politicians could lock up people, they could arrest people, they could charge them, they could send file to DPP and all that. That's a bag of nonsense. The people are charged with the responsibility with respect to arresting or investigation, charge, and sending the file to the DPP and whatnot is the police. And when people make certain statements about who give witness statement and all that, that is for the police. That is for the police, and the police, and over the last couple years, not couple years, the last 10 years or so, the police, in terms of its operation, has fallen short in terms of utilizing the best expertise, the best
Mr. West,
investigators.
I want to just parallel point there. So, yeah. But if people are alleging that they have the information, so the police should go to them or to their home and dig up and get in. I try to understand, because literally our politicians coming to us and telling us some things as though it is facts, as they have information. Are they not giving that information to the police?
Well,
that's concerning too, you know. I had to be real, you know. I had to be real. That
yes, but what I'm saying, the politicians, as you rightly said, and your previous callers, take the population for fools. Because if the police, recently they had some public relations thing about we all of us have to deal with crime. So everybody have to give the police, work with the police, except the politician. Everybody has to work with the police except the politician. If you have information, you have to carry it to the police. And if people come here and that is your, and the fact remains is this about one have to understand the whole question of separation of powers, interest separation of powers. The police is an independent institution. It ought under the Constitution. And the whole doctrine and the notion of independence is implied and justiciable. They ought not to interfere with the work of the police, the operations of the police. So you have those who play in police and who is SRP police and who lock up this one and who have information about that. Give it to the police.
Yeah.
So I don't know where they're going with that. And if people don't understand the basics with respect to the role of the police, the powers of the police, the role of the politician, the limitations placed on the politician with respect to separation of powers, they would always have us as fools and wasting time arguing on the radio about who this and that one, that and that one, then this and that and the other. So the population needs to be educated. And this is what you're doing. And you must be complimented for it, among others.
Yeah.
All right? Thank you again.
Thank you very much, Mr. West. Thank you very much. Yeah, respectfully, you know, you can't tell us certain things and not provide the information to the police. Certain things are not just for political mileage. Certain things are serious matters. There can't be a major political party in Trinidad and Tobago that has financed their headquarters with money from narco trafficking, and that information exists and it's not provided to the police, and the police does not take action on it. That's not good enough. And on the other side, you cannot come as a former prime minister at one point, say somebody came and give information about somebody in the next party. You know exactly who it is, you know, because he's saying, allegedly it is. They're not, he say they removed them from any major position now and put them in the background, and they're responsible for human trafficking alleged by Devan Maraj, who's a questionable person because he get boot out of the UNC and he bitter. So, but whatever, the information provided, he gives statements to the police, supposedly. You know all that as Prime Minister, and under your tenure, what is going on? It's still being investigated? I don't know now. I don't like to be taken for a fool at all. I'm not a fool, and that is why, to be honest, you see the whole Jamet talk and thing, I don't even get into them kind of talk, you know. That is stupid talk. That is garbage of no real significance to us as a people. Not bringing bread and butter to our table. I prefer to understand, okay, we're in a difficult economic time and our government bending over backwards to try to find money, to try to find investment, to try to get some advances, some oil companies, to bring money to Trinidad and Tobago. That's more interesting to me, but I know some Trinbagonians, that stupid talk interesting to them. What are we really doing? Are we cleaning up Trinidad and Tobago, or is still just talk? Just be real with us. Just be real with us. And I understand as well, and we understand Trinidad and Tobago in terms of the international politics. Our leaders can't tell us everything. And they can't tell us everything. We have to understand that. So nobody on the next side going and chain me up. Because I know if the next side was there, they couldn't tell us either. If America tell you shut your mouth are doing so and so, and they ain't even gonna tell you they're doing so and so, put that there. Put this in your airport over there. You don't have a choice. And you look to the local news and you see U.S. Embassy to now cost U.S. $0.5 billion, $500 million US in an embassy being built in Trinidad and Tobago, the largest U.S. embassy in the Caribbean, underscoring the importance of Trinidad to them because of their investment in diplomacy here. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Good morning, welcome.
Yeah. We don't be talking about the Prime Minister and the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister come out, he said that for investigations. Hello?
We hearing you. Go ahead, make your point. Go ahead.
Yeah. The Prime Minister was there. Those kind of allegations that come to him. Why he put people to investigate the scene and hold the people them in the act is when he come outside, he come in and talk that? What kind of them people taking people for fool in the country?
Long time they taking we for fool. And I don't want to I don't want them to continue trying to take we for fool. So let we wise up Trinidad and Tobago, eh?
Yeah, that's why the people them are coming out and stand up for nothing. Them coming out and stand up and talk about always PNM and always DAC and always this and that. It's divided that when they divide the people them so who put it? You on the PNM, you on the what voice that is? What voice that is? The Prime Minister up in the Prime Minister seat. You telling the people them, you taking poor people money and give rich people, so rich people will help poor people. You see the big ass all of them people they eat? You see the kind of brain them people that forget? And them say them ruling people? But away with them by.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, brother. 34208146653315391. Feel free to join the conversation. We not stupid, you know. Trinbagonians not stupid. I mean, some of us does play stupid. And some of us allow bigotry, hate, division to soak into our hearts, racism, ideas of supremacy, greed, selfishness. Some of us allow them evils to fester in us. And those evils make us do the wrong thing and make the wrong decisions and hate one another. But we ain't that stupid, you know. And we have to just purify and clean up ourselves as a people. And then as we purify ourselves, we'll see reflected in our leaders people who are more purified and clean. Never, never does God change the condition of a people until they change what is in themselves. We is the problem, you know. The problem is that too many of us are willing to do the wrong thing and to not stand up for what is right. We have to become more principled as a people. We have to stop bending for our food. Have some pride. All food is not good food to eat. Straighten up your back as a man and as a woman and have some dignity. Learn to take care of yourself so that you don't have to beg. And you don't have to have a next man take advantage of you. Men will advantage you if you don't learn to take care of yourself. Plant something. And no granny listening. Plant something. Learn to work. Don't ask nobody for $1. Ask somebody for opportunity to work. And then perform. It has some people I just want to have work. I just want to create work just for them to come and work with me because they just work. It's a pleasure to work with them. Be like that. Have some spine. Change that way. If you see this dependency don't work, it don't work for you. It will not work for you. Find a next way. Earn. Go in the bush. Have a partner. He just go. He will pick mango. He will pick any fruit, wherever thing, bring it. And he making more money than me and you. I don't, what you want to call that job description, but he will source. He know where all the fruit trees in the community is. He plants some and all. And he will pick when they're in season and bring them to the market, bring them to sell. And he making more money than me and you. And he don't have to beg nobody for nothing. He will come to you, hey, good day, you have a tree, you want me to pick, I'll give you how much, and I'll take how much, or I could pay you for all or whatever, and he will take that and sell it. $20 a heap for mango, $20 for avocado. As for rare fruits, a bunch of chenet, I see series, he takes series and he find a market for it. He find a person who just preserve it and carry it for that person. Champion, good morning. I don't know if he's listening to my program. Real trouble. Me and he does quarrel because he like P&M. And I don't like wickedness. So that apply across the board. But he does take mango and make juice. Champion juice, we just call it. And he can't done sell his mango juice. What we doing? If you have strength and life in your body, work. Do something with it. Do not beg and become dependent on a next man. Do not become dependent. Don't steal, so it's better to ask if you're in a vulnerable position. But it is always better to find a way. Ask for a job. And even that, think and listen to people and research on how you could create something for yourself. And of course, yes, government has a responsibility. Right, so we see what is going on internationally. We also understand what is taking place locally. Trickery, right? Some people get scammed with a villa. Or let's be careful with these scammers in Trinidad and Tobago. Not interested in the headline about Wajang language. That is just old talk. We have no time with that. And I have no time with no minister who park in no handicap spot and nonsense. Not interested in that. Condolences to the family of Rishmi, who passed away, who was killed, a young cricketer. And we'll take a call as we close. Good morning. We're about to close. You get a minute and a half.
Yes, brother. Peace be upon you again. Please forgive me for calling again.
No problem.
But you said something and you hit the nail on the head. We need to purify ourselves. Right. And the question is, how do we purify ourselves? Well, all the good books tell you fasting is prescribed. That's one way to purify ourselves. Clean ourselves, all these negative thoughts, words, and deeds. That's the way to purify ourselves. We can't be like our Father prayer says, forgive us our sins as we forgive those who sin against us. So you can't be thinking, boy, I the best this and that Christian or Muslim in the world. I don't like this one, I don't like that one. But I can never forgive me. Then you're going, oh God, please forgive me my sins. It don't work so. It don't. So we got to teach people how to purify ourselves. Bless a good day, brother.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much. Give. I think Mano, I can't remember the name of the caller, used to call and say, give something to somebody today and don't mention it. Give. Giving purifies your spirit. Give. Don't hold on to things and treasure them, because your conduit is not exactly yours, and anything that you love more than the Creator will cause you problems. Give. Let go. Share. Purify your spirit. Be selfless. Love. Blessings to Trinidad and Tobago. We back, right? We back after the holiday on Friday. Eid Mubarak again to the entire Muslim community, and love and blessings to all of Trinidad and Tobago. Take care. God willing, we'll be back tomorrow again.
You want to learn and understand the true reason for Jesus? Then join us every Tuesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. for the program, This Same Jesus, the program that puts Jesus in his rightful place in our hearts and in our homes. Let's bring church home to you. Join us every Tuesday nights from 8 to 9 p.m. with your hosts,